as good as the weed you get. Hi, I'm Willie, and welcome to Willie's World.
Now, watch Willie's World!
I'm Manny, yo from Mamuelita. I live in somewhere I know the hood very well. I got this gringo dude living next to me with a bunch of loquitos. I can't see why he lives there. He's like a fish out of water. After all, this is the hood. He's some kind of a comic, magician, yo no sé. He's always got some kind of scheme to make some dinero.
I'm Willie's landlord. I inherited 2 houses in Silmar. I live in one, and the other one out as an entertainer. Yeah, I remember seeing a sign, and it said that no animals were allowed or entertainers. I'm trying to collect rent. Willie every month. I'm beginning to see that sign. It makes a lot of sense. But lucky for me, I have Pops skunk weed for making my ends meet. So don't just smoke junk weed. Smoke skunk weed. Pop skunk, 39% THC. Yeah, that's not good. But I do it. If you really want to get fucked up, Pop skunk. We're gonna do it. Get some.
I gotta tell you, that last strain of weed I had really blew my mind. Alright, well anyway, hi, I'm Willie Mogul, and this is Willie's World. I'm a comic. Well, let me think. What does the general keep his armies in his sleeveys? I got one. A bear walks into a restaurant. He tells his waiter, I want a grilled cheese. Well, the waiter says, well, what's with the pause? Well, what do you mean? The bear replies, I'm a bear. Never criticize someone until you have walked a mile in their shoes. Well, that way when you criticize them, you're a mile away and you'll have their shoes. Ba-dum-bum. I also do some sleight of hand. Let's see here. Let's see. This is called a card fan. You know, it's not really a slight, but it's definitely an important move to learn. Now, how you have a spectator pick a card is important, as it is one of the first impressions you give when approaching a group. Now, this is what's called a double cut, and it's one of the first controls a lot of people use to do. Is a lot of magicians write it off as a beginner move. This is a very natural-looking control that can be used as a false cut, but it also is to move cards from one place to another. So you just do this, and that's called a double cut. Now, here's what's called a top palm. What you do is you put your hand over here, and you just kind of like put your hand up like that. So see how the card is hidden in my hand? You can't really see it. Now, while there are a lot of different palms, every magician should have a good top palm in their arsenal. Now, the top two palms that most magicians use are the Vernons topping the deck and the one-handed palm. Wait a minute, I got a Skype call coming in.
Hey! Let's shake it, Will.
I'm just rehearsing my act. What are you up to, Pops?
I am working on my second skunk bowl of the morning. I've been editing since like 3 a.m. And I think I have got the weed commercial right where I want it. Oh, need a refill.
3 a.m.? Don't you ever sleep?
When one bag of weed is empty, just open another one up. Ha ha! Oh, it's like Christmas.
Well, with these doors, it's more like when one door closes, they all start closing.
Hey. It's always darker before the dawn. Well, it's dawn. Our pot infomercial is going to do the trick. So, we're all going to be entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneurs? Well, what's that?
We are. Step up and smell the weed. Oh, my weed is the best there is. You just smell it when you get high.
Well, you're right about that. Well, how do you get this?
Well, that my trade secret. The reason I called was to show you the cut of the pot commercial. It's skunky.
Ah, cool, let's see it. Oh, now you see it. Now you don't. If you're tired of smoking weed that doesn't get you high, it's time to change strains and move over to Pop Skunk. A few hits is all it takes to get you where you want to go. Let me get my butter. Ah, now I'm as high as a kite again.
Hey! When one bag of weed is empty, just open another one up. Ha ha! Oh, it's like Christmas.
Oh! Yeah, man. You get all fucked up on Pop Skunk. I've never been so high. I no longer care if the world is dying of COVID virus. Now that Pop Smoke. Now that Pop Smoke, Pop Smoke. I don't even give a fuck about anything anymore. It doesn't matter that I'm flat fucking broke, that I live in Squalor, and no Siri. It's just all about getting that $50 bill so I can get another bag of Pop Skunk and get high as a kite. Oh.
Yo, bitches! I'm telling you that Pop Skunk has changed my life. I don't really care about anything anymore. I feel fine. I'm so stoned. I'm happy. It doesn't really bother me that, I haven't paid my rent in over a year. I lost my job, and on top of that, I don't have the 25% to keep from being evicted. So, naturally, I was feeling sorry for myself. But then, I discovered Pop Skunk. And now I feel great. In fact, as long as I have only $50 to buy a bag of Pop Skunk, I know I'll be fine and I'll get high as a kite.
Thank
God help me. I like it. Well, so if we go big, how are we going to keep up with the demand for Pop Skunk?
Now, that's another trade secret. And don't worry, I can keep up with demand. No. I'm going to take off. I'll bag some buds. Don't smoke junk weed. Smoke skunk weed. Pop Skunk, 39% THC. Talk later.
Yeah, man. Talk later.
Hello, I'm Wayne. Before the pandemic, I used to do a little acting, a few stunts. I used to pick up night shift bouncing, guarding, and occasionally night as bartender. But all that's pretty much gone for now, so I'm just a good bud tender. Just a damn good bud tender. All my buds are tender.
I'm Myra. I'm a trust fund baby and an aspiring comedian. As a plane is about to crash, a woman frantically stands up and yells, "If I'm gonna die, I wanna die feeling like a woman." She proceeds to take off all of her clothing and says, "Is there anyone man enough to make me feel like a woman?" A guy proceeds to take off his shirt and says, "Iron this." Or how about this one? A man is lying on the beach wearing nothing but a cap over his crotch. A woman passing by says, "If you were any kind of a man, you'd lift your hat to a lady." And he said, "If you were any type of lady, the hat would lift by itself." I bet you're thinking it's a good thing that she's got a check coming in every month. I agree.
Hey, I'm Seth. I'm just a cool dude, nothing special. Living in a room that my parents pay for because they wanted me out of their basement. I don't see what the harm I was doing in their basement anyway, but whatever. They told me I need to figure things out and become something before I die from the COVID virus. How's that for an ego booster? Occasionally I get a few days of paid acting, but mostly I get money from my parents. They don't seem to want me living in their basement. I think they'll actually be happy when I move out. Whatever. In the meantime, I'm one of the growers at Pop's Growers and a bud tender.
I'm just stopping by to say that the weeds growing in your backyard are giving the neighborhood a bad name. So, I propose I cut your weeds down and I plant some real weeds in your yard. And when it's ready, I harvest and we split the proceeds with you.
How can I give a bad name to this neighborhood, Manny? This is the hood. Helicopters fly over so much at night. Sounds like Vietnam at the height of the war. There are so many gunshots, it sounds like the OK Corral. And the lowriders blasting music. I said lowriders blast music loud enough to break eardrums.
You may be right about that, but what's a burned out comic like you doing in this neighborhood anyway?
I'm an ex-Borscht Belt comic, Manny. And I'm in this hood because, well, it's all I can afford. I think we're all here for the same reason.
Maybe so, but a burned out Jewish Mexican comic and a bunch of stoned out hippies sound like a sore thumb in this neighborhood.
I'm at the height of the war.
I'm getting some lace work and some bubbles spread on top of my Chevy.
A lowrider car, of course.
I'm just stopping to say that the weeds growing in your backyard are giving the neighborhood a bad name. So, I propose I cut the weeds down and I plant some real weed in your yard, and when it's ready, I split the profits with you.
Well, isn't that against the law?
It depends on how you look at it. Weeds grow naturally, and all the dispensaries love my special hood strain. I call it Lowrider 45% THC. We'll call it personal use.
Lowrider, 45% THC. Between Pop Skunk's 39% and Lowrider's 45%, I'm gonna get rich and stay high as a fucking kite.
We got sativa, we got indica, and we got hybrid. 45% THC, bitches. Woo.
Yo, bitches, this is Myra coming from Willie's World. You can get all the flavors at popspotproducts.com. Pop's Pot Products are gonna take over the cannabis world. This thing is gonna be insane.
Well, that success seminar did the trick. I've got it all figured out. We're all gonna get rich.
How do you figure?
Well, easy peasy. The pandemic works for us, not against us.
This I have to hear.
We're going into businesses, plural.
And just how are we going to go into businesses plural?
Well, we strategize, and then we hit the ground running.
You always have it figured out, Willie. But, everything you figure out turns to crap.
This time my idea will get us rich. You'll both see.
Yeah, a get rich quick Willie.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Get rich quick, Willie. Alright.
Well, I gotta take off. I got a real job. Keep me posted on where I'll fit in.
Well, the internet lecture was worth every penny. And all we have to do is create our viral businesses, and we will get rich.
Let's hope. We haven't been making enough money to float the boat lately. No one books you for comedy or stand-up, and Seth is the only one of us with a real job delivering food.
Our proverbial boats are sinking, like the Titanic, man. We need some heavier rubber dinghies to save our ass, alright?
Well, believe me, this time we're going to hit the big jackpot. Don't sweat it. Something always pops up to take care of things. And speaking of popping up, we're going to make a fortune marketing weed for Pops. And this Latino, Manny, he has another line of weed we're going to push.
So now we're all gonna be weed dealers.
Among other things, it will all become very clear, and then we will be rich and famous. I'm mulling that over.
You better speed up your mooling, because Mercury is about to go direct, and Uranus is headed for Aquarius.
Well, as far as I know, my anus is in a chair underneath me, and not an Aquarius.
Not your anus, Uranus.
Well, if not my anus, whose anus? I'm shit's creaking it. I think we can do that. What that fellow did with his Dollar Shave Club? Well, I had a thought during the seminar. It's getting to be summer pretty soon.
That's right, man. It's winter, then spring, and it figures that summer's next in line. Duh.
Duh.
Well, it occurs to me that every summer, all the hot bikini chicks need new bathing suits.
I mean, we're in a pandemic. I don't know if the bathing suit fashion will exist this summer, man.
As a woman, I don't think there will ever be a summer where new bathing suits aren't being sold, especially during a pandemic. If there's a spring and or summer, there will be women wanting new bathing suits.
Precisely. And that's why hotbikinis.com will be a big hit.
Hotbikinis.com. It's got a ring to it.
I hate to admit it, but it does.
It really does. So, really, am I a hot catch or not? that wasn't answered definitely.
Well, you know what they say. If you wait long enough, there's gotta be one stupid enough to think you're a catch. Well, that's how I caught Dolores, my ex-wife. See, I was the last guy at the bar, and she was so drunk, she hit on me, and it turns out that she was farsighted. And we were both so drunk, we each thought the other one looked good. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, I guess that's why she eventually ran off with the other guy.
There was more than one guy over the 13 years.
How many guys were there in 13 years?
Well, 13 guys.
I'd say that you were quite the cuckold.
Oh, Coco on the first date, man.
I resent that.
More like resemble, if you ask me.
Actually, it was on the third date. I found her doing the guy with...
Seriously, Willie, one way or the other, we have to step up our financial earning game. Pops is on the warpath, and somebody has got to bring home the bacon.
Well, you know, as a Jew, I never eat bacon. Well, I almost never eat bacon. Actually, I eat bacon every day.
Yeah, every once in a while, bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich is pretty good.
Well, I love all fast food English muffins with bacon.
Amen to that, man. But still, Willie, you've been failing too much lately, man. You have to go out and get a real job. Be an Uber driver or something.
I don't need to do that. HotBikinis.com is going to be the biggest thing since that car wax idea.
Just one problem. Your car wax formula removed paint instead of polishing it.
That was just a small glitch.
Well, that guy at the used car lot didn't think it was a glitch when you ruined a BMW, a Mercedes, and a Jaguar.
Well, you know, lucky for us he didn't know how to find us.
It was also lucky he was a bad shot.
Well, how was I supposed to know that he was going to go ballistic and start shooting at us with an M16?
It was a good thing I was driving. I really did step on it.
Yeah, you stepped on it all right. And you crashed on a Rolls Royce on your way out.
Well, it was a good thing we went to the car dealer in Beverly Hills to try out the wax.
Yeah, and we took the license off the back of the car before we went there.
Just one thing, Willie.
Oh, what's that, Myra?
What were your active ingredients in your car wax formula?
Oh, well, there was 50% surfboard wax and 50% paint thinner. I think I was off with my formula a little bit. It should have been 90% surfboard wax and 10% paint thinner instead of the other way around. I was trying to polish the paint instead of remove it.
I think it was time we break into Myra's special Hemporia brownies and indulge a little.
I guess I am a little hungry.
Enjoy!
Myra, these are damn tasty brownies.
It's a good thing that I made a boatload of them. We can start selling them as part of our get-rich-quick scheme.
The munchies give you the munchies, give you the munchies. It's a never-ending cycle.
I made them myself, and they're chock full of high-octane weed.